This is a deck profile on what I've been using on the Duelist Cup, and it is my updated version of Blue Eyes, at least modern Blue Eyes, using some of the cards from the Blue Eyes structure deck. So I run 2 copies of Blue Eyes because I feel like 1 isn't enough. 3 feels like too many, 2 is just a good enough number where if you ever need that third, you can recycle using a fusion spell and use it again. 3 Effect Veiler because Effect Veiler is searchable with Sage. It is also a target in the graveyard with Maiden, and if you normal summon it in a sticky situation, you get into Spirit. The normal summon is the same idea behind Joel and Lockbird, except these are both powerful hand traps. Joel, I think, just can end an opponent's turn. They'll still establish like a board, but it's not full power, so I think that helps a lot in mitigating some of the negates the opponent might have. Sage with the Eyes of Blue does have a hand effect which comes up if your opponent Effect Veilers the right thing. Having a Sage in your hand with the special summon from the deck can really get you out of a lot of situations. But normally it's just used for the normal summon, and with the field spell you can normal summon again. And this guy can get 2 of the normal summon effects adds, so he can stack up. I mean, I don't know, he's kind of cool. 1 White Stone of Ancients because it gets you a Blue Eyes at the end phase, and if you recycle it, get it back on the field, and it's sent to the graveyard again, you get another Blue Eyes. So 1 card can get you 2 Blue Eyes in total. Also, it's searchable with Sage, and it's a nice discard outlet. It's not super necessary, but I do like it. Only 2 copies of Maiden. I think she's really good at 3, but I'm running 2 because I own 2. So she gets you the trap card. Trap card gets all your cards live. And she's just pretty cool on the field, you know, gets you stuff back from your graveyard too. 2 copies of Max C. Surprisingly, this is sometimes a dead card because it's one of the only cards, hand traps I should say, that you can't like do anything with if you just normal summon it. I'll have to figure something out with that. Kind of same with Ash Blossom, but Ash Blossom negates a lot of things. So I like Ash Blossom, even though Maxi is OP. You know, both of these cards work very well together. Dictator of D, it is a send a Blue Eyes from your deck to the graveyard, so it's essentially like a Blue Eyes Foolish, gets you a monster on board. Monster can be a Link 1, or monster can be just Declaration Protection. It's like a weird concept. Usually the games don't go that far, but he is kind of fun, and he's just a Foolish for a blue. Neo Kaiser Seahorse is level 4. And special summon if you control Blue Eyes. If it's sent to the graveyard, you can send a card that mentions Blue Eyes. It's a level 4 tuner. It can target a card on the field, so it can have synergy with Maiden of White on the field. I like it for the send. Usually you send Maiden if you don't already have a Maiden line, because Maiden gets you into the trap, and the trap gets you into a bunch of cards. Other than that, he's okay. He's literally just Maiden, but you know, he's a rare, so I'll run him. Bestial Magnahut. This is a hand trap that gets you into a dragon. There are other Bestials. I don't run them because Bestial Magnahut is literally like it's a Blue Eyes. End phase you get a card, and that's, I mean, what more can I ask? It literally gets me in engine, and it disrupts the opponent. There's a reason it's at 1. Abyss Dragon, I'm off and on about this card. I don't like it too much. I do like that it gets me extra advantage. It can search out my ritual spell. It can search me out a Jet Dragon if I want to go that route. But I don't know. You can play without it. There are some cards obviously I would take out. I would take out probably the White Stone, replace with a Maiden. Maybe Abyss Dragon, drop it for a Wishes. But besides that, Jet Dragon, very good. Very, very, very good. I at least recommend 1 of them. You can run 2 if you'd really want to, but 1 is like all you need. Performapal 5 Rainbow Magician. Now, this can stop your opponent's monster effects while it's on the field, and it can be normal summoned, and you can link off into Spirit of Eyes. So it's a floodgate, and it's also like in engine. So that's why I run it. And if you discard it from your hand, and it's in the graveyard, you can place it back on the scale. So it's like, it works very well in this deck. 1 Blue Eyes Chaos Max Dragon. You only need 1. Wishes for the Eyes of Blue. Discard 1 card, you get a Maiden. If you already have a Maiden, you get a Sage. and you get any spell or trap. Also, when this is in your graveyard, you can equip a Blue Eyes from your extra deck to a Blue Eyes on the field. And I like equipping the Ultimate Dragon, because then later when I fusion, I have an Ultimate Dragon in the graveyard for Dragon Master Magia. Roar of the Blue-Eyed Dragons. Special summon the Blue Eyes from your deck. If you control Blue Eyes White Dragon, special summon any Blue Eyes monster. It has a fusion effect too, but sadly you can't use the fusion. Banish this card from the graveyard, fusion summon a monster. You can only use one or the other effect, which is really lame. One of the field spell, Mausoleum of White, it's searchable with the link 1. You send a Blue Eyes monster from your deck to the graveyard. You send a normal monster from your deck to the graveyard, and target one of your monsters, make it stronger. Sometimes I like to target Maiden. If I can't get the Maiden as a target, it doesn't really matter, as long as I get a blue in graveyard to continue to plays. And it gives you an additional normal. Very cool stuff. Ultimate Fusion, quick play fusion using cards from your hand, field, or graveyard. And if you use Blue Eyes on your field, you can destroy face-up cards your opponent controls. It does have a lot going on for it. Usually, I just fusion summon Magia, but to destroy cards on the field, sometimes I do that with the Blue Eyes I have on the field. 3 Infinite Impermanence, because it's a trap card, and trap cards are especially good in a deck where you have Tyrant Dragon, who when he attacks during the end of the damage step, you get a trap from your graveyard. Majesty of White Dragon, destroy cards on the field, doesn't target, banish in a graveyard, ritual summon. You can do all of it in this deck. I like the destroying without targeting. That is super cool. You know what else is super cool? Skill Drain. Maybe not to a lot of people. No monster effects permanently, and it might sound weird, right? Because it's like, whoa, you got infinite impermanence, you got effect failure, you got 5. I don't like monster effects. That's why I'm running Skill Drain. This one negates everything, and you're running 3,000 monsters. You know, so you're kind of chilling. You don't gotta worry about your opponent doing something where they're gonna summon an extra deck monster to get rid of a Blue Eyes that you can just summon back next turn. Like, Skill Drain works so well in this deck. In True Light, I ran 2, I ran 1. I don't know. It works, but sometimes you lose it, and it's like, man, I wish I had the other one. But you can still win the game without the other one. It's just a little bit more trickier. So it's really up to the player if you want to play 2 or 1. But it is the MVP card of the deck, because it comes in a structure deck, so it's heckin' cheap. And I mean, it's powerful. Blue Eyes spell, get it. Special summon a Blue Eyes. Essentially special summon a Maiden if you have it in your grave. Nice combos. Extra deck. Tyrant Dragon attacks every monster. This is just something you want to equip so you can have it in your graveyard. Never want to actually summon Ultimate Dragons. Summon Dragon Master Magia, win the game, negate everything. Kind of a win more card, but you know, sometimes your opponent has 5 cards in their hand, no hand traps. They might have absolute gas. Magia does come in clutch. Blue Eye Spirit Dragon, 3 of them, probably the best card in the extra deck. Grabs you a Light Synchro from your extra deck. I have 3 targets that they can grab, and I have 3 of them. 3 targets are 1 Crimson, who can also be synchroed using main deck monsters Neo Kaiser Seahorse, who's a level 4 tuner, and Blue Eyes, who's a level 8. I can go into Crimson, even if I don't have that level 1 tuner to go into Spirit, and then, like, you know, tribute to rank up or level up or whatever. Blue Eyes Ultimate Spirit Dragon. This guy can negate 1 card on the field. When he dies, when he's destroyed by card effect or whatever, he can special summon a Light Dragon from your graveyard. You can even special summon Magia, Tyrant Dragon, Spirit Dragons. You have a lot of targets, and when you have this big guy on the field and you have a Crimson, you can target the big guy and tag out, like put back the Crimson Dragon and bring out a Stardust Seraph Divine Dragon. This card, just every time a card would be destroyed, it's not destroyed. And then looking down, Indigo Eyes Silver Dragon. I've said in my previous videos I don't like this card, and I'm of the mind where it sucks, but sometimes that effect negation is huge. And man, it's hard to say, because sometimes your end board isn't going to be the best thing, and it's like your opponent still has face-up cards, and you just want to like negate them. You just want to get them out of here, and this does it. It's an answer. I don't like it. I don't like it. I think it's mid, but I am running it. Not because it's prismatic, but because it does like answer some threats. Superstar Slayer, thank you. Pion Sky Crisis. This is your out if your opponent made an unbreakable board and your hand is absolute trash. As long as you can get one monster on your side of the field, you can make this big boy. And he stops monsters with 3,000 or more attack from activating their effects. Now that might stop some of your effects, Ultimate Dragon, so don't just like make him for no reason, you know? But he can also, you know, he can win you back some of the board state. Although the downside to summoning this guy is you can't normal summon or special summon for the rest of the turn. If you do happen to get the True Light, you could just special summon Blue Eyes during your opponent's turn. I know it's not the biggest threat, but this deck doesn't, like, you know, you can play slow. This deck can play slow because of True Light. 2 Spirit of the Eyes of Blue. Oh, the second most important card in the deck, probably the most important. Link 1 gets you into your Foolish Burial, get a Blue Eyes in your graveyard, and additional normal summon, and you contribute it and special summon a Blue Eyes. It does so many effects, man. It's insanely powerful. I'm running 2. I found 2 to be fine. Sometimes I wish I had the 3rd, but it's like, I don't know. I'm running a Heretic Seal in spot of the 3rd Spirit. Heretic Seal I've never summoned once, never needed to, and I don't know. It should be good, right? That's why I'm running it, because it should be, but in practicality, it's not that good. Regardless, I'm gonna get into some replays, and yeah, feel free to let me know what you think down below. All right, we're gonna start this duel with Sage with the Eyes of Blue. I'm attempting to search out Maiden, and here I have the option to go into the Link 1 and search the field or activate Wishes. I think I should have activated Wishes. I just didn't really want to discard anything in my hand. So, Spirit with the Eyes of Blue is going to add me the Mausoleum of White, and I get hit with the Droll and Lockbird. I can't add anything, so Wishes is just going to sit in my hand. Definitely should have did the Wishes there, because I'm just ending on the Blue Eyes and an Ultimate Fusion. The opponent is going to activate this Adventure card. It's pretty important to drop a max when they do that. I shouldn't have dropped the max, I should have held on to it, but the Ash Blossom I think was fine there because they ended up ending their turn. Wishes, drop the card I drew, which was Effect Veiler, grab the Maiden of White. Maiden of White is how I rebuild my board. She gets me True Light gets me another card. I get specials, it's just so much. When I special, I get in special from Maiden. I can target the Maiden with the Mausoleum, special summon the Effect Veiler, send a blue, attack with a little bit of damage, and I'll go into a Indigo Silver Dragon here so that I can negate Fateful Adventure. Now, I could have just made 2 Synchros here, but I'm like, you know what, I want to go into the Fusion Dragon. So as soon as I activate a card, activate my Ultimate Fusion, and we're going to go into Magia, which is 3 negations. They scooped. Opening hand, got the Sage. That's a normal summon. Let's not fire it off first though. Let's go for the Wishes. Just discard the Max because Max is good in the graveyard as well. And yeah, Maiden's going through, right? Nice. Normal summon the Sage. Go for the regular play. Search out Effect Veiler. I could have also searched out a Stone there, but I don't know. I guess Effect Veiler was what I was feeling because this can get negated and it doesn't. So it doesn't get negated. Got the Mausoleum of White. Gonna send a Blue Eyes, special summon the Blue Eyes, special summon the Maiden, and let me speed it up because that's a Synchro 9 if I want to make one. Gonna go for the Wishes, target the blue, equip the Blue Eyes. I got everything I need for the fusion, and I even have Ultimate Fusion in my hand. So I'm like, you know what, we'll do it on this turn, not the opponent's turn. Got the Magia in there as well, and yeah, end. Not the most impressive board, but I do have 3 negates for a trap, a spell, and Super Poly. Goes through anything that I could have did there. Alright, that's fine. Fusion brings out a card from my extra deck. Super Poly again. Okay, sure. Alright, special summon Blue Eyes, special summon a Maiden. Go into Masquerania, or whatever her name is. I'll just destroy her straight off the gate. Also, my card doesn't target, so it gets over Mud. And they get a tour guide. I think they're already normal, right? I'm gonna attack the Maiden, special summon the Sage, end phase, and that's my turn. I see so many combo lines, and my extra deck's still open up to me, so I'm probably gonna go do that. Oh, hey, yeah, I got food right here. Sorry about that. Yeah, my dad came in. Spirit Dragon Tribute for the ultimate. I'm going to do the combo here. So I bring up Crimson, target the other 12, and I get this Stardust Cypher Divine Dragon. This board's pretty strong. I didn't need to do it in that order. In fact, I probably could have ended the game, but you know, I want to see if the opponent can do something. You know, they got 2 super polys. You got the third one? I want to see it. No, you don't. Scoop. Alright, start the turn. We're going to do Maiden straight out the gate. True Light's got to grab the wishes. Usually always grab the wishes because I like having wishes in the grave for the equip. Normal summon the Kaiser. Go into the link 1. Right here, I'm thinking, do I want to establish a fusion line? Because I can get Chaos Max to the graveyard. And luckily, my pieces aren't getting negated. So I'm like, hey, well, I could just fusion next turn, right? Or maybe not, actually. I gotta get the fusion card to my hand first. So, gonna go into the Spirit Dragon. Spirit Dragon Tribute off. Go into the 12. I'm gonna go into Crimson using the 4 and the 8. And Stardust. So, I can't fusion. Because even if I search out the Super Poly here, I'm not gonna be able to fusion summon it until next turn. Because, you know, it's set that turn. Luckily, got the Max C. And I also got a Droll. So I can hold on to this Droll for after they summon a bunch of things. So I'm not really afraid. Right here he's going to try to add something. I can just Ash it. I got 2 Ashes anyways. And I can also hold on to the Droll for a Link 1 of the Blue Spirit. So it's also a starter. Dictator of D. Nice. Okay, cool. Going into the Fiendsmith stuff. I'm just like, man, I really wish I had an effect filler right about now. And I think my time's about to come. They're going to send one of my Synchro monsters. And let's see, go into the sequence, and where's the effect filler? I don't have one yet? Oh, damn. Lacrima? There it is. Effect filler. Alright, now what? Oh, man. Okay, opponent's going first. Droll, Ash. Okay, alright, we're playing Snake Eye, right? Ash this. I don't think that was the smartest thing to do. I should have Drolled it, honestly. Because then I could have Ashed when he did the effect descend from the field. I'm gonna Droll right here, and yeah, that was a misplay. But let's see what they end on. Link Karibo, and wait, maybe it wasn't a misplay. Opponent just scoops, or not scoops, but passes. Okay, well if this goes through, they're in trouble. Oh, they got the negate. Luckily, just the Sage was negated. Now, if my Spirit gets negated, then I might be in trouble. But we'll find out. Activate the wishes right now. Discard the effect filler. Grab a Roar and a Maiden. And let's see if they have Droll. They didn't do Droll, so maybe not. Got the True Light. Go into the Spirit. If this gets negated, it's gonna hurt. It doesn't. Okay. Now I'm gonna speed it up because it's just combo. Field spell, target the Spirit. Now I got a Blue Eyes engraved, so special summon it. Get the Maiden because I special summon the Blue Eyes. Special summon any Blue Eyes since I control Blue Eyes White Dragon. Equip Blue Eyes with a fusion. Tribute off the fusion, go into Tyrant Dragon who can attack multiple times. Attack right now. I'm checking in my graveyard if I have anything. No traps, so like nothing I can add back. During the end phase, I'm going to get Abyss Dragon. During the opponent's turn, Ultimate Fusion, and they have to deal with 3 negates. So they're going to get their first card off because I can't like activate it as soon as their turn starts. They have to do something first. And now anything they do, I negate. So card in graveyard, negate. Card on field, destroy, using the trap. Summon the Poplar, activate that spell, it's over. Negate. GG. Alright, normal summon the Sage, and White Stone of Ancients, it's finally making an appearance. Maiden, I think I'm going to discard that stone, honestly, because it's like the best discard, because it does something in the graveyard that's useful. And Spirit, and Mausoleum of White. I'm trying to think of a way I can get a Maiden on the field so that I can trigger the target, but nope, failed that. Forgot I had the Link 1, so I misplayed right there since I special summoned the Blue Eyes. I'm not able to special summon Maiden as long as I control the Link 1. So it's going to hurt my play a little bit. I'm just going to end on this. Now, I mean, that might sound weird because look at my hand. Effect Viller, Maxi, but I could have did better. Regardless, max C as soon as the turn starts, because next turn I intend to win. And on the opponent's end phase, since they set a bunch of traps, I can't activate them. I'm just going to start special summoning. They're going to max C here. I think they're going to get like 2 cards. And yeah, let's see what happens now. I got the Majesty of White Dragon, so I can destroy 1 card on the field. Not sure when I want to shoot it off. They're going to activate Unending Nightmare. I'm going to try to destroy that, because I'm like, wait, that kind of hurts my True Light, right? And they're going to attempt to destroy my True Light a couple times. I'm just going to negate it. I shouldn't have been negating. I should have held the negate for another trap, but... Yep, Blue Eyes White Dragon. Add it back to the hand by banishing the stone. True Light gets destroyed, but not all my cards get destroyed. And special summon the Magia. I can negate 3 cards, spell, trap, monster. I'm going to activate another trap, which just like halves the attack of all my monsters. Magia is going to negate the card in the graveyard as they're attempting to activate the spell card. And yeah, attack for game. Alright, Roar for a blue. And I'm thinking, do I expect filler here? Synchro, Link 1. We'll go into this. Spirit Dragon, Infinite Imperm. It's not much, it really isn't. I have to make that graveyard negate count. It has to matter. It's the only way I'm going to feel good about this play. So Ash Blossom on the Wishes. Wishes is the best card to Ash Blossom in a Blue Eyes deck. Playing against it, it's just so much advantage. So you want to Ash Blossom that thing, it hurts them bad. They can still recover a little bit from the graveyard effect, but definitely stop this person's plays. They're going to go into the Spirit. I think I'm going to negate this. It seems like the best negate, the Link 1. Because not only do you negate one effect here to add the field spell, but you also negate the effect to tribute on the field. So it's quite powerful. But the opponent, they have a little bit of recovery. They're going to special summon their own Blue Eyes. I'm assuming they're going to use the spell card in their graveyard along with the Maiden. I'm going to negate the Maiden. They're going to chain Ultimate Fusion, which lets them destroy a card I control. I'm going to use Blue Eye Spirit Dragon because I know they're just going to destroy whatever I summon. So, here we go. Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon. Oh, they activated it in the Infinite Oh, that's troll. I think they just give up. Oh, but I mean, I had the Magna Hut just in case. Just in case I had the Magna Hut. Okay, this is going to be the final replay. And I'm going to go Sage. It's going to get Ash. Alright. Let's see what happens. Speeding it up. Going to the Link 1. Is this getting negated? Oh, it doesn't. Mausoleum. Pretty good. Get the Maiden in the graveyard. Gonna use True Light. Set the Wishes. Activate Wishes. Drop the Perform Power card. Get the Roar. Get the Sage. Have an additional normal. Summon the Sage. Get an effect Villager for disruption during my opponent's turn. Summon the Blue Eyes. Forgot I had this stupid Link 1 on the field. So I'm not able to summon Maiden. Do misplays, but you know, I still get the Maiden anyways. It was just a little later than I expected. Summon a bunch of monsters in opponent's groups. I guess what I can say from these replays is the deck is extremely strong. It's one of the best decks I've ever played in my life in all of Yu-Gi-Oh! It's that good. It's incredibly powerful. The only problem I have with it is that it wasn't cheap enough. I wish Maiden was even normal or rare. That's crazy, right? It would probably get banned if it was normal or rare. But, I mean, at least an SR. It's quite expensive, even though it does utilize a structure deck, which helps save a lot of the cost. To play this deck at a higher level, you do need the hand traps. Hand traps just play during your opponent's turn. And that's so important when all you really need is one card. Speaking of one card, I played this deck and I got to a ranking of like 19 on the Duelist Cup. That's not the highest, but that's enough to get all the gems. And I only ran 2 Maiden and I only ran 2 Wishes. So you only need 2 Wishes, 2 Maiden. You can run more, it just makes the deck a little more consistent. I do recommend you running more, but you can get away with 2. So that's going to be it for the video. I want to give a big, fat thank you to God. He's what keeps me motivated every day, and he really helps me out when things get hard. Besides that, I hope you have a great day or night. Hope everything goes well for you. Thanks for watching,
and maybe I'll catch you next time. Later.